What's going on? Zach here from 5 Star Prep, and today we're going over one type of SAT math question that comes up on every exam. Let's take a look at it. Today we're going to be taking a look at systems of linear equations. The SAT loves to ask these types of questions, especially on word problems, so it's very important that we understand how to answer them. But the great thing is that we can answer these questions in a variety of ways, including substitution, elimination, and graphing. Pick the way that works best for you, and let's take a look at question 1. Taking a look at our first example, we have question 10. It says a group of 202 people went on a camping trip, taking 60 tents with them. Some of the tents held 2 people each and the rest held 4 people each. Assuming all the tents were filled to capacity and every person got to sleep in a tent, exactly how many of the tents were 2-person tents? Well, the first thing you want to do is assign variables to each size tent. So I'm going to assign the variable S to the 2-person tents, being our small tent, and L, our large tent, to the 4-person tents. So we have the 2 variables, S and L, and now we have to come up with our equations. Well, we know that there were a total of 60 tents. So S plus L should equal 60. And we also know that there's a total of 202 people. Therefore, 2S plus 4L should equal 202. Now we have our system of linear equations. All we have to do is solve. And I'm going to go ahead and solve through elimination. So the first thing I want to do here is multiply my first equation by -2 so I could cancel out one of my variables. My variable that I want to cancel is actually S. So after multiplying S plus L equals 60 by -2, I get -2S minus 2L equals -120. And now I just have to combine my 2 equations. And combining 2S and -2S, they cancel. 4L and -2L comes to 2L, and that'll equal 82. So now I can solve for L, and L is simply 41. But they're asking us how many 2-person tents there were, so we're looking for S. Therefore, we can find that by plugging 41 into one of our original equations, and I'm going to plug it into this one right here. So we have S plus 41 equals 60, and now we can solve for S, and S is equal to 19, or C. Here we have another example of a system of linear equations problem. The first one was a word problem, but here they simply give us the equations, and those are x plus y equals -9 and x plus 2y equals -25. And it says, according to the system of equations above, what is the value of x? Well, in the previous question, we used elimination. Let's go ahead and solve this one with substitution. Rewriting the equations, we got x plus y equals -9 and x plus 2y equals -25. And the first thing we want to do here is isolate for one of our variables so we can use substitution. So isolating for y in the top equation, we get y equals -x minus 9. And we're going to go ahead and plug that into our second equation. So we get x plus 2 times -x minus 9 equals -25. And now we're just going to go ahead and solve for x. We get x minus 2x minus 18 equals -25. And now we can go ahead and combine our like terms, and we get -x minus 18 equals -25. Isolating for x, we get -x equals -7. Therefore, x equals 7. And that's our final answer. X equals 7. But if we wanted to know what y equaled, we would plug that into one of our original equations. We can plug that into this original equation right here. So we have 7 plus y equals -9, and therefore y would simply equal -16. If they asked you for y, it would equal -16, but the question asked for x, and that answer is simply 7. And there you have it. Understand how to answer these types of questions, and you'll be much better off on the SAT math section. Remember to like and subscribe below, and I'll see you next time.